Yo, welcome to Ain't Got a Clue.
Yes, I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I'm Kay Kurd, and this is a podcast where we answer hard quiz questions. Well,
right.
They might sound hard to us, not you, but anyway, they're quiz questions and we're answering them, right?
Yeah, super simple. I ask Kay in this episode a quiz question. He gives me an answer. He's going to get it wrong because he ain't got a clue. Then we're going to get through the answer to this question and also embellish it with some banter around it. And hopefully at the end of this episode, you will remember the answer to the question, Kay. You will remember the answer to the question, listener, and I will remember the answer to the question because I probably forgot it after anyway.
There's going to be lots of banter and information surrounding the answer. It's not just going to be giving you the information, is it?
Should we just, one day we will do an episode that short.
Wait, no, what? If it goes like, what's 2 plus 2? 4. All right, great, that's been Ain't Got a Clue.
Sign up to Patreon. There you go. Boom. We could knock out 100 episodes in a day, bruv.
Right, what's the question today?
So today's question is, in which country are there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Prat?
In which country?
Yes.
Bruv, I ain't got a clue.
I'll give you one clue. Not England. Okay? Not England. That's your one clue.
So Billy and Silly.
Yep, there
It's
are.
a Billy, it's a Silly, it's a Killy and Willy. I don't know, man. I just feel like Silly. I know this is Billy. Italy, Silly. It's like Sicily, but it's just silly, you know?
Ah, yeah. All right, cool. Well, I'll give you an answer in just a sec. But before we get into that, though,
Yeah.
what's the silliest name of a place you have been to?
Swanage. Been to a place called Swanage.
Swanage.
It felt like a grime click. I don't know. Like I'm just thinking about like silly places. There's I mean, this is probably an air of ignorance about it, but anywhere you go in Wales, it sort of like has a long name, and you're like, how do you pronounce that?
I speak Welsh. Marcus Dewey.
You're talking.
It means my name's Marcus. Marcus Dewey.
Wow, do you?
Yeah.
How do you speak Welsh?
Oh, I just pick it up on my travels, man. No, but I think Welsh is very
Welsh is very Welsh.
very fascinating language to speak. I mean, listen, I think pronouncing anything
Welsh?
that has Welsh is very interesting.
I love the word araf.
Araf. What does that mean?
Stop.
Stop. Is that stop in Welsh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or slow. Which one is it? I don't know. All I'm saying is I saw it on the road markings whenever I go to Wales, and I go, araf.
There is araf. There are some words in Welsh that some Welsh people I know say are real, and some people I know say aren't. So if you're Welsh, I'd like you to let me know whether pop dipping is really a Welsh word for microwave. I have 2 Welsh friends, and I'm not taking it. Kay's looking at me like I'm absolutely taking a mick.
How do you know whether it's Welsh or Polish?
Pop dipping. What,
No,
Welsh or Polish?
like when you're seeing the thing spelt.
No. Oh, what if I just saw the word? How would I know? Could be Estonian. Could be Welsh. Could be Polish. No idea.
Like it's just loads of consonants. I feel like a lot of languages just like bungle a lot of consonants together, and they go.
Man.
Tweet us your weirdest name in your city. So, for example, in London, where would you say is the weirdest name in London?
There's a place called World's End in London.
Is that London?
There's a place called World's End. Yeah, I've seen buses for it, and I think I've driven past World's End Health Centre, which I thought was quite ironic.
I've always thought Hackney sounded weird.
Not from Hackney, but Hackneys.
Yeah. I thought. Can you imagine being somebody from another country and you come here, Hackney? But hacking is.
Yes.
Why would you hack the knee? Like if you're being very literal about it.
Yeah.
But if like even when you think of certain names, it's just because we're used to them that they sound all right. But what's Croydon?
Croydon. Yeah. Anywhere.
Shout out to all my man from Croydon.
Don't you love it when Americans do that?
Croydon.
Hey, man. Shout out to all my guys from Notting Hill. I'm sorry, what?
Lewisham. Or when Jamaicans say Lewisham. Lewisham.
That sounds sick, though.
It's Lewisham.
Yeah.
Lewisham. Harlesden is weird.
Harlesden sounds weird, but I like it because obviously from Northwest London.
Totteridge,
yes. Tottenham.
Nobody knows how to pronounce Tottenham from
Tottenham.
Isn't it?
My friend.
Hotspur.
My friend's missus from America, she came over here and did some shopping, and she made a regular shop sound like one of the bougiest places. She's like, okay, so we went to the high road and we picked up some things from Argos, and I was like, what? From Argos? I mean, Argos! You just made Argos sound fancy. Argos! I reckon Argos should make a massive ad campaign where they tell everybody, we're no longer Argos, we're now Argos.
Do you know, my favourite thing was Jimmy Carr when he was like, Argos is opera for the poor.
Motherfucker!
Opera for the poor.
Oh, man.
Do you know what though? I think like the one thing about being in a COVID society was I kind of missed Argos because everything's Amazon. Sometimes you wish like you could just go to the place and just be like, order number 174 to collection point A, please. I miss that.
I miss going to Argos and getting stuff.
I wonder how much the person that does the voiceover for that gets. Anyway, we
get cake. Oh, funny place names.
Yeah.
I'm a bit weird, Kay, as I'm sure you've worked out by the time we got to this episode. I genuinely have a little kid part of my brain that just giggles when anywhere sounds a bit funny, and I write stuff down, or I'll go to a place that sounds a bit funny if I'm on my way. So like pre-lockdown, I was driving like somewhere up to like Cambridge or something like that to go and just like see the sights, you know, whatever. Because I like to just do stuff like that. And I saw a place called God Manchester on the way to Cambridge. I was like, I have to go to God Manchester because that just sounds like nothing I've ever been to. It's like God Manchester. So if God had a place that
you're
he lived
pronouncing it wrong.
I'm saying it wrong.
It's probably God Manchester.
I got a mate that's got FU in their postcode. They love saying it because they're like, 6FU. I'm sorry.
Do you know when I find people that are like, I live in London and their postcode doesn't begin with like a directional point? I'm like, you don't live in London, bro.
When it's like SAG or something like that, you're like, bro, that's not an NW, W, E, or S.
CRZ, bro.
You're outside M25, aren't you?
No. I mean, it's like a weird one, like Croydon, for example, or Enfield. Enfield, I call the Croydon of North London. As in, it's still meant to be London, but it's not really, because its postcode's EN, right? So in South London, you could get a bus from Brixton to Croydon, but like Croydon's postcode is CR. Yeah. So we're like, CR0, whatever. But I don't know what the point of me saying any of this was. But
just postcodes.
Yeah, London. It's a London borough of Croydon, but then the postcode doesn't necessarily denote it is London. So.
EC1s, are you all right with that?
EC1 always reminds me of like nightclubs. EC, I remember when there was a time when I used to go partying and clubbing, all the nightclubs would be like EC postcodes and stuff.
Smart and sexy at EC1's finest club called EC1. On the lineup, we've got DJ Bestis, we've got Soundboy, and we have free ladies entry from 10 p.m. till 11 p.m.
Do you know Kat? He used to be on Choice FM and he used to do a lot of
Kat did a lot.
No hats, no hoodies. No hats, no hoods. No hats, no hoods. Ladies getting free before 11 men, £10 on entry.
Yeah, that was it. Shawnee B now does still a lot of them. Still does a lot of them now from BBC Radio 1 Extra. I could tell it's Shawnee's voice. 100%.
Anyway, we're getting really off topic.
That's fine. That's 100% fine. So yeah, it's funny how postcodes make you think funny things. And I'm just a bit silly. If something sounds different or like two words smashed together, that makes me giggle.
Do you know like the idea of twinning towns?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
That's what I mean. Maybe that's an episode.
That is a whole. What was the first twin town?
Come on, next episode.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Like when you go abroad. Yeah. Are you the sort of person that likes to kind of purchase kind of funny tasting foods and stuff as well? Like if something's got a funny name, you don't go for it.
I mean, do you know what? When I went to America, I remember the first time I went to America, I was ordering food the same way I would in England. And what I mean by that is I would order like extra things because usually British portion sizes are quite small. So I'm like, I have that. Can I have some chips and can I have that with it? Whereas there, I'm like, can I have some spag? Like, I don't know what I got, but I got like, and I remember like looking at the portion size and going, what have I done? There is no way I'm finishing. Fries, a portion of fries there. Are you out of your mind? It's the size of your head, bruv.
It's the only time when I don't ever think about ordering a large, like, and I've got a friend who likes to eat.
No way.
You know, you got a friend that's like, eats a lot, but slim. I got a friend like that, and I remember going
those people. I hate you lot with a passion, bruv. Yeah, all of you lot that started skinny and then go gym and get hench, and you're like, it's easy to stay ripped. Yes, because look at your body that you began with. You had a six-pack from birth. It doesn't count. If you have a six-pack because you can't put on weight, you didn't work for that. That's all of us. We all have six-packs.
This is true, but we have ours covered by a layer of insulation, bruv. Nothing wrong with that, bro.
Me, I look at Evian and I put on weight.
If I say the word cake to Kay, he actually intakes 100 calories just from that word.
Marcus has seen me. I have said the word pain au chocolat and my double chin has grown throughout the course of an episode. When we speak about food, it's why we don't do many food-related questions on this program, all right? And if we do, it's one I don't like. Because otherwise I get fat just talking about it.
I mean, have you ever heard of like the food name like plop bars and stuff? Like Scandinavians got plop.
Probably be plop.
There's like a bunch of them, yeah.
It's like I love the Norwegian accent, but that's the difference. A lot of the places in Norway sound really funny as well. Like I did a gig in somewhere called Haugesund.
Haugesund.
And I always find it funny when I watch Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on TV because he's got a really weird Mancunian Norwegian accent. He's like, I spoke to the boys. He's got like, he's like, I spoke to Rashi. He's got great power, pace, a lot of technique. Hopefully we can recover.
He's got the northern twang to it.
Yeah, it's like, that's football and we have to recoup and reassess.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, so
you
don't buy things like plop bars when you go abroad.
No.
Okay, I've got a list of Scandinavian products actually to show you, bruv. Do you want to go through them?
Go on in.
All right, here you go. Here's a list of them. These are all real products you can scroll through. It's a cat food. This is a cat food.
Can I just do these all as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Well, it's pussy. It's as good as it looks.
That's it. That's a cat food. This is a seafood. It's a brand of crab sticks in Norway.
Well, I was saying to Rashi, back in Norway we have crab knobs.
This is a popular biscuit over there.
Ollie, what is a popular biscuit in Sweden? They have Finger Marie. Finger Mary.
How many Finger Maries do you want? I'll have two, please, thanks.
I've often found myself having a Finger Marie.
Bread rolls?
In Finland, they've got something called Jussi Pussy.
This means big bag, the word that you're going to hit in this.
They've got
big bag crisps.
Mega Pussy.
And here's some toilet rolls.
Toilet rolls from Sweden. It's Edit Crap. There's some
some salty sweets.
In Denmark, they have some sweet called spunk.
What was your favourite out of that? I think the cat food was my favourite out of those.
Yeah, the first one.
Pussy. When you're abroad, how do you kind of mentioned in America that you order food when you were abroad, when we were allowed to go abroad?
What is it like going abroad?
Oh my God.
You know what? Right now, I wouldn't even. I even miss the bit where it goes. This is the last call for flight.
Oh, that says a lot about how you fly.
Could Mr. Kurd please make his way to gate 4B?
We are now boarding priority boarding. If you have your
the smug look priority boarders give you because they can get on 5 minutes before you.
Yeah, and it goes boarding. What's it boarding group A?
Boarding group A or priority boarding.
I never get that. Can I just put that out there? I never get why you want to board early. You're all getting on the plane.
The only time
your seats are designated.
I'll be real with you. The only time you will enjoy boarding early is if you have the money. Or somebody is blessed enough to get you the business ticket flight to get you the first class or business class travel, because that is the real kind of early. Getting up 5 minutes early and not having to queue ain't worth the money. I ain't paying for that.
Well, also, like, who cares when you get on the plane? Just because, what you get an overhead locker?
You're all taking off at the same time, 100%. Who cares? So when you're abroad, you kind of said in America you're quite wary about food stuff. I am as well in terms of sizing. When you're abroad, how do you order food? Are you someone who tries new things? Do you let a native kind of recommend something, or do you do like what I do? Like if I'm ever in like Asia or something, pick something.
I've never really been that many places where you're like, oh my God, let me go somewhere mad. Like the States, Dubai, like Cyprus.
Do you have your set things over there, or do you like to try the local cuisine?
Can I have chips? Hey you, garçon, come over here. Can I have chips?
Do you do chips? Do you do chips?
Do you know what? I think the internet has made the world so much smaller, so everywhere sort of has the same thing. Yeah. And globalization, and, I think like these big corporations going everywhere you go has got a Starbucks now. Yeah. Like, back in the day, even when you'd go to a small town, be like, oh my God, they've got this like nice little bakery around. It's none of that anymore. It's like Greg's everywhere.
Greg's.
Costa, Starbucks, Costa. Yeah. And it's like, it's sort of ruined that, like, everything's just the same now. You get the same things everywhere. It's not like it used to be, I think. So even when you go abroad, it's sort of like, oh, well, I'm in a Bella Italia.
Yeah, but hang on.
There's a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah.
And part of you, because you're just like, it's the closest thing around, whatever. Because you do make some mistakes sometimes. You go somewhere and it's like, what is this? This is nasty.
100%, man. 100%. Because I've always when I go on holiday, I've always got a mate we all got mates that do silly things. So I've got like a load of stories, but like,
Go on in.
oh, all right, fair enough. So I got like a mate who's always finding the madness. So like, he won't do crazy stuff that's super crazy, but
He's always 2 meters away from madness.
yeah, he is. So he's like the guy that crashed the ped. He's the guy that would get sunburn. He's also the same guy that's, this is an actual condition that he has, but it's something that we do rib him for, because if you do get in the way of this problem that he has, the only way you can get back is by ribbing him. He's a phantom weir.
Phantom.
In his
So he
sleep,
wets his bed, bruv. Just
no, he doesn't just wet. He doesn't just wet his bed, Kay. He stands up and wheeze. So we've gone to breakfast one day, and he shared the room with another person, and we've heard them arguing like under muttered breath. Yeah, but bruv, what's going on? So. They came home drunk, and apparently the friend that doesn't have the phantom weed problem.
First of all, can I apologise to the listener? This is not answering the question in any way.
It is answering. It is. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hold on. In any way, shape, or form. But I hope if you do like content like this, where we drive off into a tangent, and you want to hear more about phantom weeds, join us on Patreon.
We'll have a whole episode about urine. We can do it.
Where we will be able to give you much more quality content like this.
Yes.
You're sitting down. You've been waiting for information regarding. What islands? I mean, what towns?
Silly Billy and Prat.
Silly Billy and Prat. But instead, you've been getting talks of Marx's friend, the Phantom Weir.
That's right. Cool.
The Phantom Weir. The Phantom Weir. That would be a great opera, innit? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of Europe, today you will be hearing the Phantom Weir.
Urea, the Urea Chronicles. That'd be it.
Nesendorma. That's my go-to. Go compare.
So they get into the hotel room.
Yeah.
Let's call the P one. Let's call him P.
But what was he doing in the hotel room? I'm victim blaming now.
Right. So the one that didn't pee, we're calling DP.
Yeah.
He went to bed, and P went to bed next to him. Right, they had two separate beds, twins. And in the middle of the night, DP heard some rustling around. Was like, cool, whatever. P's getting up. P got up and just stood there, like he's a bit of a sleepwalker. Just stood up, and DP was like, all right, cool. You know, he's just standing up. He's doing his sleepwalking thing. He'll go to sleep soon. And he just heard like a tinkle, like a. And then he looked at P, and P slowly was turning and weeing, and he's
my word!
Imagine that you're lying in bed and you see someone peeing,
Sprinkle.
and as well as them messing up the hotel room, he's slowly turning, and the stream is coming towards him.
Bro, that is nasty.
DP was like, bro, what you doing? What you doing? Stop! And apparently P stopped. This is what he's saying. Stop peeing just in time. Took his hand off his penis and like put his hand up to the guy's face as in like shh, and went shh, and then just went back to bed. So think about that. Somebody almost pees on you and tells you to shut up as you're trying to say, excuse me. But anyway, yeah. So I've always got mates like that.
How'd you stop peeing midstream? That is.
No, he finished his pee. So he'd finished his pee, like shh, and just wrapped up.
This is the reason I don't share hotel rooms with anybody.
Are you always someone who wants your own hotel room?
I need my own room.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I don't want to share with anybody. The one time I shared was once when I went on a holiday to Miami with my friend Jonathan. We shared a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily for us, we barely stayed in the hotel room.
Right,
we only went there to sleep. So that was fine. But as I've got older, and I've been on tour and stuff with like, do you know what I mean, with other guys. Do you know what I mean? So
ching ching.
We've been. No, not ching ching. Like I wasn't. It was not ching ching. Please, I wish I wouldn't be doing this.
Please sign up to Patreon, please.
Please sign up to our Patreon so we can eat. Yeah, that is rude, but it's the truth. Think I care about this information?
See that sound effect you're hearing now? That's not a lion roaring. That's Kay's tummy.
Feed me.
Look, man, I'm not married for a reason.
Hi, British Gas. Can I pay in podcast credits, please? In exposure.
Okay. No, could I please pay in followers? No? Okay. If each follower paid me £1, I'd be a rich guy. Anyway, where were we? Sharing hotel rooms. Yeah, I need my own hotel room.
Fair enough.
Just because I need my own privacy.
Yeah, man.
Even if you've had something dodgy the night before, you don't want to like burden somebody else with it.
That's a big thing for me as well. Like, I don't want to burden somebody with my smelly poop. But I have got one friend. Or farts. I've got one friend who's like the one when we go on holiday, he's the one that I'll always bunk with. He's like the one that we just click.
But I've just got to that age now where I'm like, if I'm going to go on holiday, I'd rather spend a decent amount of money for the hotel rather than...
Yeah. But sometimes it's fun. Like I've gone on stag do's where it's just like, look, everyone's going to share a room, whatever. I've got my one mate, Adam.
I think stag do's are different.
Yeah, they are.
They're not really a holiday.
Nah, they're like just a quick madness.
Let's just get the cost down and have a bit of fun. Keep cost down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, damn you, COVID! I was meant to go to a stag do in the summer, and you've messed it up.
Oh man. Anyway, shout out to P. Anyway, the Phantom PR. He's peed a few times. Yeah, he's peed a few times. He's also thrown up in a DJ booth when I've been DJing.
What a lovely fellow.
He's fallen asleep in an alleyway next to a club as well. It's all the same person, bruv. Anyway,
nice.
Do you like to try new things when you're out and about on holiday, Kay? Other than that, outside of food?
Depends what new things we're talking about.
I feel like you're a quad biker in Dubai.
I didn't go on a quad bike. I went on a sand dune thingy, majig, the ones that go over the sand dunes.
Like the carts?
Yeah.
All right. Nice,
that's quite fun.
Nice.
Shout out to MX Dubai. They let me go on there. Things.
Cool. Anyway, I think it's about time I give you the answer, innit, Kay?
Yeah, please.
The answer, where in the world is there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Prat? France.
In France?
Yeah, in France, yeah. Yeah, there we go. I've got a few other places in France. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
All right.
Bonjour, Marcos.
Let's see how my GCSE French exam went. Bonjour.
Bonjour, Marcos.
Je m'appelle...
No, comment ça va?
Ah, ça va bien.
Well, but ask me then, innit?
That's what I said. Ça va bien? Ça va?
No, you say ça va. You say bien.
Bien.
Et toi?
Et toi?
Très bien.
I love the way you said because is that an actual word? What is that? What is that?
Très bien.
Is that a thing?
It's
You
a sort
say?
of French mannerism.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like Can you play that like we're in a Parisian cafe?
Cool.
Garçon, je voudrais un pain au chocolat, s'il vous plaît.
Oui. Is that right? Did I do it right? Is that right?
You messed it up, mate.
Why? Oh, man.
It's not like...
Was I trying too hard?
I remember my French oral exam back in GCSE. It was like, bonjour, je m'appelle Kay. J'habite à Streatham en Angleterre. Il y a une ville ni petite et ni grande. Il y a beaucoup de choses à faire. Il y a une boulangerie.
Yeah.
En discothèque. À la piscine.
Piscine? Was that swimming?
Pissing. Yeah, there was forgot what.
Faire du ski?
Ice skating rink. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I remember a lot of that, and it was just like, yeah, man, I've forgotten a lot of it. I need to go back and get.
I would love to learn another language.
I
would love to
get on Duolingo.
Yeah, mate of mine, Dev, he done Duolingo for like...
A mate of mine,
Dev, done it. He done Duolingo for like... Dev from Heart Radio, yeah. He done Duolingo for like 6 months, and then we played him actual Spanish, and he could do it. It worked.
He could learn. I mean,
he learned it.
He said he could do it. He could do the Spanish.
He could do the Spanish.
He could do the Spanish.
He could do it. He did it. We played him Spanish phrases, and he was like, "Oh, I think that means this. This means that. 100% success rate."
So Silly Billy and Prat.
Silly Billy and Prat.
Whereabouts are they in France?
They are in France. I've got information on that coming up. But there's also, that's not the only places in France that have quite interesting names. So I'm going to give you a few names of places. There's a port in Brittany, and it's known for its rich maritime history and naval base. It's a university town. It's lots of bars, restaurants, and an aquarium to keep you entertained. That place is called Brest. Brest. I feel how you say it. Brest.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, it's Condom. A Condom is the southwest France. It's a.
I mean, I've heard in wartime that was very hard to penetrate.
Get on!
Puns, mate. This is why you turn up to this podcast. Dick jokes.
We got the dickiest dick jokes anywhere, all right? Right, so Condom is in southwest France, and it was once an important starting point in the Camino de Compostela pilgrimage. I don't know why I said that in Italian accent. And Condom is now a quiet rural town, and it's got an imposing cathedral because it's quite big.
So like, hold on. Does that mean like similar to champagne? It's not called champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region of France. It's the same thing with condoms. It's not actually a condom unless it comes from the condom region.
How genius would that be if they cornered that market? How rich would they be?
Is that a condom? No,
it's a protection aid.
It's a latex protection aid. Why is it not a condom? Well, it's not actually from the condom region of France.
So, ew. Are you using a pregnancy minimization device instead of a condom? Ew. I only mess with guys that have real condoms. What if there was vintage condoms as well? Yeah, this is from the 1500s, mate. This is an original condom.
The longer they last, the better they are.
Well, actually, Armagnac came from there. So there's an Armagnac museum. So presumably there's an Armagnac called condom. Can I have a glass of that condom, please, mate? It's very smooth on the way down.
I hate to bring Tim Westwood up again, but
Slap it up! Strap it up before you slap it up, baby. See you play. It's not a condom unless it's from the condom region in France, baby. Vintage VSOD.
JLS on the front page of condom again.
On the front page of the drink. There's a place called, I'm going to spell it S-E-I-X, so I'm going to presume it's Sex.
S-E-R-A-X.
Sex. This is the name of a commune in southwest France. There's also a place called Bitch. It's near the German border in the east of France. Historical military monuments are popular at this tourist attraction, as is the town's 18th century cathedral. Its inhabitants are known as Bitois. Bitois. So maybe it said bitch, but it's spelt bitch.
Bitois ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
I'm going to let you read what the next one is, Kay. This is real, for real.
Anus.
Yeah.
Anus.
And I kept it at the bottom of my list.
Yeah. Bum banter.
Surprisingly, though, the word anus in French refers to the same body part. But in Burgundy, that's the name of the place. Anus.
Burgundy. Burgundy.
Burgundy. There you go. I got a few bonus ones anyway after the bottom of the list. Montcoq is sounds a lot like Montcool, which also means my arse in French as well.
Montcalm.
So it sounds funny to the French too. Corpse nude means naked body, so don't be surprised if you see a few naked people there. Tréchon or Tresson.
The French like getting naked, though, innit? It's like calm. It's like whatever.
Yeah, I find in Europe, naked it just means a totally different thing. So like in Germany, I've gone to Germany before and I was using the spa at the gym.
You want to just get naked.
And yeah, in their spas, the rules are you take off all your clothes. But for health and safety, it's safer to not be wearing any cloth in the spa area. So when you go in, you are meant to be naked. So check this. I was in Germany, I was in Stuttgart, and I was like,
yeah,
let me just do as they do because you're in Germany. So I was in the spa, whipped off everything, went and sat down. Someone else came in afterwards who was clearly German because they were speaking German, sat down, but they had like the towel over their waist. I was like, oh my God, have I gone too far? I'm just sitting here bollock naked, yeah, with everything out in this dimly lit room. I was like, oh my gosh, do I look like the weirdo? I'm just there like,
yeah.
You know, you try and sit proud as well. You're like, yeah, this is me. This is who I am.
Are you a shower or a grower?
Bit of both.
I am 100% a grower. There is no, let's make no doubts about it, right? I have often been very surprised at like the level of like, wow, but you were, wow, look at you now.
To be fair, it's always better to be a grower instead of a shower. Because if you're a shower, where'd you go? Where's the potential?
Yeah, like, like, it's crazy. It's like, do you know in Super Mario when it has the mushroom?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Mom goes, whee!
Let's go.
That's what happens to but yeah, so if I was in that situation, I don't know how comfortable. I'd have to no, I'm definitely a grower, bro.
Just what's German for grower?
I'd be the towel guy.
Yeah, I hear that. No, I saw the towel guy and I thought it was a big faux pas. So I was like, oh, do I get up and go and get my towel and just come and sit down again, or do I stay here?
I would. Do you know what? See, this is where you went wrong. Just get the towel, because worst comes to worst, they go, can you just take it off, please? And you just go, all right, cool, yeah, you put it to the side. But now that you're just bollock naked, you have to go through with the whole thing now. You can't just then.
Yeah, I would have had to stand up and walk across the room naked. But
I just think, like, I don't like people just looking at my body in general. Like when I'm in the sauna or steam. Like, don't look at me. Why are you looking at me?
I don't, and I think that rule continues in the German sauna. Just because there's less clothing, there's not more eye contact. But you don't come in and go, oh. All right. It's not like that. They just they do that thing.
The rumors are true.
So they do that thing where you don't look. But it was a mixed sauna, and a woman came in and did the same thing, and I was like, okay, like these are breasts that are just like walked past. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I knew I wasn't looking at them, but I was aware that I wasn't looking at the breasts, but there were breasts in the room. It's weird. I don't know. It's
that was the first time when I was speaking to a girl poolside on holiday, and she just had nothing on, and I was like,
"Did you have sunglasses on?"
So where are you from?
Yeah. Did you have sunglasses on?
No, it was just like the strongest bit of eye contact I've ever had in my life. But after what, like, it doesn't. It's so. I mean, this is another conversation for another time. However,
go for it.
However, in that situation, I don't see them as sexual.
It's not. On holiday, it's different, yeah.
No, not just like on a beach or when they're just out like that and they're talking, it's not sexual, but it's when it's like, you know, it's the person you like. That's when I think.
I think for me personally, though, okay, like I find not seeing it all a bit more sexually attractive. So like some, you know, potential in it, yeah. But on holiday, if they're just out and someone's tanning, cool. Or if you're in a sauna, I was just hyper aware. I don't think I've ever been in a scenario where I'm just naked next to somebody who I've never
lived a life,
never known
you,
before.
Mr. Bronson, you've lived a life, haven't you?
I've lived. I've definitely lived.
All
I've
right.
not died. But like being in a room with someone, imagine that you're just in a room with somebody who you don't know, you're never going to see them again, and they're just naked, you're naked, and you're just chilling there like, yeah, put more water on the steam on a bit. Cool. And then you walk out, never see him again, but start bollock naked. But you don't look at them. It's crazy, man.
It's weird.
It's what?
Almost as weird as Silly Billy Prat.
A couple more places that sound funny as well. There's Tresson, which means very stupid or big idiot. And it's a little place in the Marne department of northwest France. So that's something that's funny. And there's also a place that's called Monteton, which means my nipple. Monteton is a town situated in Lot-le-Garonne. I know I'm absolutely slewing this French stuff. Yeah, so there's a place that's in France that means my nipple in French. So they've also got funny sounding places that sound funny to them as well.
That is, that's interesting. I'm just trying to think of any British places like that.
We've got a mountain in Cornwall called Brownwilly.
Yeah, but that's just like...
That's a bit like sort of where Willy in it, isn't it? So can you imagine like me climbing that with my family, and I got like my granddad and granny would always crack dirty jokes like, we're climbing up Brown Willy today. Hey. And I'll be like, Mummy.
You've done that before, haven't you?
Mummy, why do granny and granddad keep looking at you and daddy when they say that today?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Shout out to my granddad. If you think I've got a filthy and stupid frigging personality when it comes to laughing at silly things, my granddad was the ultimate guy to laugh at stuff like that. He loved it. And we won't get into this podcast. He used to recite a poem called Eskimo Nell. If you've got time, go Google that and go and read that. He used to recite that and giggle to himself. Anyway, where in the world is there a country where there are 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Prat?
France.
There we go. So there you go. That was it for this episode of Ain't Got a Clue. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe and I want you to just tell one mate about us. I don't want him to like just tell everyone. I feel like we're not special, bruv.
Oui. Merci beaucoup pour écouter le podcast Ain't Got a Clue. If you want to, if you would like to follow either one of us, my name is Kekerd, K-A-E-K-U-R-D on Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok, Trailer, Pinterest.
Reddit as well?
Not Reddit. Absolutely not Reddit.
You can find me at Marcus Bronzy, MARCUSBRONZY.
B-R-E-N-Z-Y.
On all social medias.
On Twitter, Instagram. I'm joking, right? Go for it.
And also, Kate, if one episode is not enough for you, and you want to get our bonus episodes, which are ad-free and purely full of more energy like we've just given you, make sure you sign up to our Patreon. All right, we'll put a link to that in the show description, and we'll give you more details about the tiers that we've got in future episodes. But for right now, if you want more of us, that's where you can grab us. This has been Ain't Got a Clue. I've been Marcus Bronzy. You've been Kate Kurd. Let's get out of here, bro. Hey.